Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of On the Road with the Fish Guy. I am Jay the Fish Guy. Thanks for joining us. Today's episode was an idea that was given to me by a viewer. I believe the person's name is Braelia. I apologize, I butcher names horribly, but at any rate, we were chatting on one of the comment sections of one of my videos, and they asked if I could do a video on auto top-offs. So today we're going to talk about auto top-offs. But before we get to that, I need to take a brief moment to rant a little bit. I apologize ahead of time. I guess you can fast forward if you don't want to hear it. But anyway, so I did a video recently about negativity in online forums and Facebook groups and things like that. And sure enough, that negativity has seemed to follow me to YouTube now as well. I had my first troll or angry viewer or whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. And usually I have a very strict policy of don't feed the trolls. And I'm going to try to adhere to that because I'm not going to mention this person's name. I've taken the comments off from the videos. You know, I don't need to see it. I don't think you guys need to see it either. But I at least want to mention it. And it's not because I'm upset or mad at this person. They're another reef keeper. They have a channel here on YouTube. They do videos about their tank. He looks like he's relatively new to doing it, kind of like I am. I mean, I don't have that much stuff on here. I haven't done it for very long. But anyway, it makes me wonder, why somebody would do this. And what did they do? Okay, so it was a few days ago in the morning. One comment up on the video, and it was kind of negative. Then there was like 4 within the course of a half an hour, and all poking fun at my looks, like, oh, Pinocchio nose, oh, Dumbo ears, blah, blah, blah. And it went on. 4 comments about that. And then he goes on to make fun of my van, like it's, oh, my fish tank costs more than your van, blah, blah, blah. Oh, these videos are getting boring of you just riding around in the van. And I just kind of laughed and blew it off. And, a few days went by. I'm like, as much as I don't want to feed the trolls, I got to at least bring it up. Like, what kind of grown-ass man will say stuff like that? I mean, is this high school? Are you threatened? Are you bored? Did you feel better? Did I piss in your Cheerios for some odd reason with one of my videos? You don't like what I have to say? I don't get it. So if nothing else, I got a good laugh out of it, and I felt like sharing it with everybody. And again, to my rant that it's just like, why bother? Do you not have enough going on in your life that you have to go try to poke fun at somebody? Anyway, sorry, rant over. I just wanted to bring it up and mention it. So anyway, automatic top-offs, A.T.Os. When somebody mentions an A.T.O, if you're new to the hobby, they're talking about an automatic top-off system. What that does for you is it pulls fresh water from a reservoir and puts it into your tank and shuts off, at a predetermined level. There's a lot of different brands on the market. There's a lot of different systems, meaning there's magnetic float switches that when they reach a certain point or drop to a certain point, they turn on and off accordingly. That's probably one of the original ones that I can remember seeing through the years. They've gotten more advanced as time goes on. There's ones with eye sensors that can see the water level to some degree. And they all have their pluses and their minuses, but all of it they're all roughly the same, meaning when your water level drops to a certain point, whether it be in your sump or in the main display if you don't have a sump, it will turn on a small pump, start filling water into the tank from this reservoir, and then shut off at a certain point. Pretty simple, right? It is. And in regards to a system that has a sump and you have a protein skimmer, let's say your sump is not set up to where the skimmer chamber holds a constant water level, which is very important, by the way. The automatic top-off will allow you to keep the water level in the sump at the most appropriate level for your skimmer's peak efficiency. Now, a lot of newer sumps, they finally got it right, and the skimmer chamber is a constant water level. So no matter how much evaporation you have over in the pump chamber, the skimmer will always run at the same water level. So in those sumps, you don't have to worry as much. You know, it's not critical that you have to have an A.T.O, but it does make life simple that if you have a big enough reservoir, you're not putting water in your tank every couple of days for evaporation. It's just a way to automate things and make things a little more friendly for maintenance. You know, it's one less thing. If you don't have to worry about putting water in your tank and just have to remember to fill the bucket up maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, depending on how big your tank is and how much evaporation you have, it makes life friendly. So you can also do it on a tank that doesn't have a sump. A lot of these newer ones, and one of the brands I really like, it's the A.T.O Aqua Smart Micro A.T.O. I think I got that right. If not, I'll post a picture and you'll see it. Super small sensor. It's about the size of a dime. No moving parts. It's just an eye. You can put that in your main display up towards the top and set up your pump and your tubing and all that good stuff. And you can actually keep a tank without a sump at a constant level, so you're never seeing the water level, so you don't get bubbles from your power heads if things get too low, that kind of stuff. Again, one more way to automate things and make life a little more friendly. Now, speaking of brands, there's a lot of different brands out there. A lot of different companies make their own version of an automatic top-off. Like I said, I really like the micro A.T.Os. I've had really good luck with those on clients' tanks. They seem to have a very, very low failure rate. Anytime you're dealing with one with an eye, with a sensor, a good rule of thumb is every time you maintain the skimmer, so clean the skimmer cup out, take a very soft bristle brush, something like a toothbrush or similar, and just go and scrub the eye. The reason for that is if you get algae or a film buildup on that eye, then all of a sudden it can't see the water level and it's not going to work properly. So that's the only key with the eye units, is that you have to make sure that eye stays clean. Now, there's ones with the magnetic float switches. I think I saw the other day Marine Depot had their own version. I think Bulk Reef Supply has their own version as well. They sell a little kit. So you have this magnetic, usually white float switch that attaches to a pump and everything plugs in. So when the float switch drops down, it turns the pump on. And when it floats up and you're at the appropriate water level, it turns the pump off. Very simple, very straightforward. Also in need of maintenance somewhat regularly, just to be on the safe side. You got to make sure that there's nothing getting in or growing on that float shaft. So if it gets stuck, then you're either going to run out of water or it may not stop pumping and it may overflow. So all little things that you have to keep in mind. I'll throw some links up to some various different brands that I've dealt with in the past and have had good luck with. I'm not going to say that you should use the micro A.T.O. That's simply just been the one that I've used and had good luck with. I'm sure everybody's going to have their own opinion on which one is best. Most of them come in, if you're buying those, the nicer name brand ones, anywhere between $100 and $150 for a complete kit. Tunze makes one. There's a HydroFill. I forget the company that makes that one. Again, I'll throw all the links down in there, but I've heard good things about all of them. I just always lean towards that micro unit because it's just so small and you can kind of tuck it in a sump or in the main display, and it's kind of out of the way and you don't have to worry about it. So hopefully this answered all your questions about A.T.Os today. If you have any other questions, be sure to drop it down in the comments down below and I'll be happy to answer whatever you may have. If you're not a subscriber, please click the subscribe button, and thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.